my crafty friends and creators from around the globe. Welcome to Hither and Yon Studio. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Thanks for joining me again. DJ in the studio today here, and I am going to be starting a new series. You know how you guys are always saying to me, which I am so happy to hear, that I inspire you. You guys also inspire me when you post to Facebook or Instagram. And I also find inspiration in a lot of other places. I too go to YouTube. I go to Instagram. I go to Pinterest. And I have a lot of lists saved. And I was going through my Pinterest list this morning, one of the boards that I have. And I saw something that I really wanted to make. Actually, there's like probably 100 things that I want to make. And so I thought that I would start a new series called I Saw It on Pinterest. And in this series, I will take something that inspired me from Pinterest and I will make the item here as best I can. Now, sometimes it's not so easy to do that without a video, but you know, this didn't have a video. It just showed an image. And we're going to make it today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the image here. And you guys can take a look at it. And I'm going to credit the original pin that I found. Now, you guys know with Pinterest, pins go everywhere. This person pins it, that person pins it. So I can't attest to the origin, but I can tell you where I got it from. Okay, so you can see here it's a tag and it kind of has a floral element and it's clear over the top. So I came down to my craft room and I started playing. So I'm going to show you what I made and then we'll make a couple. So this was the first one I made. Okay, I had this piece which I laminated. Excuse me. And I had it in my lamination stash. I have a ton of it. And this was just a dry flower I got off of Amazon. It came in a pack, and this is a different pack. I'll show you. But it has these dried flowers in it. This one actually goes with this set. It had all different dried flowers in it, and there's still some on here. So I didn't dry these flowers, though I do dry flowers, and I have some drying. They're just not ready to use. But you can get these on Amazon, I think Etsy as well. So if you don't want to dry your own flowers, or you don't have the capacity, or you don't have any flowers to dry, you can go buy them. They're already dried. You don't want to wait, just go there. So I had one that I laminated, and I had this tag, and so I took the laminated piece and I sewed it. This is actually the front, but I put this on the back because I didn't want to see the stitching. And see how this is hanging over the side? I had since changed that up. So anyway, that was the first one I made. Then I said, okay, well, I want to make one that is like the piece that we saw. And that was this one here. And so this isn't laminated. This is actually some recycled packaging. So I had bought some paper and this package, it was in this packaging, and I saved it. And then I just put a piece of book page over it, and I put it on the back of one of these tags that I have, and I have a ton of these cut out, so we'll use some of those. They're from my Wallpaper samples paper, and I just made a bunch of tags with them and cut them out. I think there are some of these tags in my Ko-Fi shop. Ko-Fi, I don't know how you really say it. I think I watched one of their videos from Ko-Fi, and that's how they said it. So I was like, oh, that's weird. I thought it would be like coffee, like buy me a coffee, but it's Ko-Fi, Ko-Fi. I don't know. Anyway, I think I have a set of these wallpaper tags in my Ko-Fi shop, so you can go check it out and see if it's there, or in my regular shop. I'm pretty sure I have them somewhere if you want to grab some. But anyway, you can also get the paper pack and just make your own. So I have the Wallpaper samples pack as well. All right, that's the end of my plug. All right, so I made that one. Then I said, oh, well, you know, it would be cute if I use these birdie cutouts that I have from Tim Holtz. So these are die cuts from Tim Holtz, one of his kits from a couple of years ago. And I cut out, I had these already cut out. So I just grabbed one, and this again is packaging. This is not a laminated piece, and I just attach it this way instead. So just a different direction, and I use some black thread instead. And then I put another tag on the back. So this is actually a third, this is another tag that I just put the other way, just so I could have some writing space, because this tag is going the other way. So you can see I print on the back of these, right? And so this was going this way. And then when I sewed it, I had this side showing, but it was a little wonky, and I wanted it to be writing space. So I just put another tag on the back. I made these also. This one I just made by cutting through, and this time instead of putting it on top of the tag like I did with this one where you can see the edges, which is fine. I mean, I don't think it's a bad look. I put it between the two pages, and then I did some sewing around it so you could see anything through it. So I thought that would be fun in a journal. And then I did this one where I didn't sew at all, and I just glued it kind of like a specimen slide between the two tags and sewed around it. And last but not least, I did this one, which has a bit of a goof because my glue kind of came out onto the packaging. But again, this is packaging, it's not laminated. And I just put it to the side like this and sewed around it. So I cut the tag off, and then cut the packaging off, and I cut it out like the tag and sewed around it. So that is another one. So I thought I'd show you guys, and we can make one or two. We'll see how we get on. Not that you really probably need to have a tutorial, but every time I think, oh, I'll just show them, you guys always ask for the actual tutorial. So I will do that with you, and we'll make a couple. Sound fun? I think so. All right, so let's get a couple tags, and maybe I thought we could use a feather this time. I have a couple of different feathers. I actually like this one. It's kind of very long and straight, so I thought that might work well. But I have a couple here that I had put to the side for laminating, but we don't have to laminate it. I also have a couple more of these, so I thought we would use maybe some of those. And then I do have some of my laminated sheets here. So these are already pre-laminated. So I just put some of the dried flowers in there. I do have a video on using the lamination machine to do stuff like this. If you'd like to go see it, it's on my channel. You can look for it. But we'll see. We'll see what we're going to use. For now, let me just get a tag. I think this one might go good with this. Right? Just the color. And then I'm going to need another one for the back. It doesn't really matter which one I use. So I think we'll go with something like that. Or we could use a book page like I did with the other one. Why don't we start with that? And actually, this time, I think I'm going to show this side of the tag. This one, I showed the other side of the tag. So like this, right? But this one, I kind of like the way that looks. And it will give me the writing space on the back of the tag. You know, journaling space if I want to do that. So let's do that. These are either, I have two varieties that I believe these come from. At least these bigger ones. This one might be from my chickadee. I have a couple of chickadees in the yard. But I also have blue jays. I have some tufted titmouses and some nuthatches. And these smaller ones I think are either from the titmouse or the nuthatches. This could be from the blue jays, even though it's not blue. They have some other colored feathers, or it could be from one of the other ones. I don't know. This is just a really big feather, so We also have a hawk in the yard, but I don't think this is a hawk feather because it seems too thin. Anyway, all right, so I have that. I'm going to get a piece of book page. And I'm just going to pull something out here. I only need one because I'm going to fold it in half. And I need a glue stick. And I don't need a lot of glue. I just need to hold it together so when I'm sewing it, it's not lifting or anything. That's all. Like that. Okay, and I'm not going to look for bad words, so forgive me if there's something on there that is offensive. I just want to get to the make. All right, so first I'm going to just ink here because I won't be able to ink it after the next step. So I just want to kind of get this side inked, and then also this side, because the book page is going to cover this up, so I don't need to do this whole side, but I do want to do this side because this is going to show through the packaging, which is going to be what I'm going to get next. All right, I hope you guys are having a crafty day or night. I don't know. Tell me where you are in the comments. How'd you find my channel? And if you've been here before, then I know how you found my channel. But if you're new here, let me know how you came to find the studio today. I'd be interested in knowing. And where you're from. Yeah, I like to know where everybody's from. We have a global audience, so it's always fun to see where you guys are coming in from. Okay, so now I have this packaging. It had some paper or something in it. I don't even know. I've kind of taken so much of it. And this is a double piece, and I only need one piece. And this piece has like a little fold in it, so I think I'll take this piece. And so I just want to cut a piece that, and I'm sorry for the glare, but I have my ring light that lights up my area down here because it does get dark. I am in the basement. All right, and then this will tear. Great. I'm just going to make it a little bigger than I need it, just so I have some room to play. Over the side here, you see it's kind of going off the tag a little, and then I think I'll just cut it to, I don't know, about here. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be hidden anyway under that book page. Okay, and now I'm just going to see, maybe this way. This one's darker. I think I'll go on this side. Let's see where I kind of want this, and then where my book page is going to line up. Now I want my plastic to go under the book page a little, just so it has something to hold on to there. So I think that's how we're going to go about it. And I'm just going to put a thin line of my Oohoo glue, it's a glue stick, across that edge, just so I can grip on to that piece, like so. Okay. All right, so that's probably how I'm going to have it sit. And then now I want to glue this down to the tag because I kind of got to cut it out a little so I can see where I'm sewing. I could sew from the other side, but then I get that kind of raw side, which I don't like. So I'm just gonna use the glue stick so it doesn't spread like I did with that one. And I don't need a ton of glue because I am going to sew it, but if you are not sewing it, then you're going to need a way to attach the this plastic piece down to this. It's up to you. You can try a couple of glues. I would do some test pieces first and see which one works best for you, or you could use some double-sided tape, which is probably the better option. All right, and then I'm just gonna lay this down about there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna get a piece of washi to kind of tape this down. That's what the original image had in it, and that's what I did like in this one here that you see. So let's go get a piece. Nope, I want something darker. I just didn't want to leave you guys sitting there. I want something darker. This is cool. This has got like dots on it. This is all Tim Holtz. So if you're looking for where this came from, and it's going this way. Okay. So I think that'll be good. We'll just take this piece and do something like that, right? I think that looks cool. And now I can cut around this, now that I've glued it to my desk, and I'll use my gluey scissors. And I'm not going to cut this side because, as you can see here, it's not glued down or anything. I think I can be safe to get away with everything else, but that one I think I'm going to leave. And I could, like I said, sew through the back, but then the bad stitching, the back of my stuff when I use my sewing machine doesn't look the best all the time. It's because the tension is always a little off, and that's because I'm sewing with paper and I use different types of paper, so it's really not worth it for me to kind of get in there and keep playing with the tension all the time. And it's an old sewing machine, and I only use it for paper, so I don't mind that it's a little not so beautiful on the other side. And if I don't like it, I just, like I did with that one tag, I just sew another piece and glue them together. All right, so this is gonna go, I'll just take this top off and then I'll go sew it up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sew around this, and then I'll just ink this other piece, and I'll ink the back, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I sewed around it. I cut off away the excess, and then I just inked it up, and there we go. That's how our tag number 1 looks. But let's finish it off. We'll just put a little tab on top. That one's a little too small. This one will work. And then I'll have a finished tag in my stash, and I don't have to worry about doing anything else. Sometimes what I like to do is I will stitch across this before I glue it on, or I'll glue this on before I stitch. You know, this one I stitched after, so I just stitched this individual piece, but there are times I'll have it glued on, and I think this one was like that. This one I glued on and then stitched. So, up to you. And if you don't have, you know, something to make a tab like this, you can just take a piece of paper and just fold it in half, and it works fine too. So we can do that, and I could even put a word on there or something. So let's glue that in place. And actually, yeah, we'll just use this glue. So this is my not art glitter glue. It's like a mix of art glitter glue and PVA. But that precision tip is from the art glitter glue. So when you order it, it comes with it. All right, so first one done. Perfect, right? I like it. Very nice, and that's our packaging. So let's do one with some lamination pieces. Let's see, what do I got? And, there, if you don't have a hot laminator, they do make cold lamination sheets, so they just kind of stick together, and you can find them usually in the aisle with the tape and things like that. I mean, every craft store has it in different places, but yeah, you can kind of look around and see what you can find. All right, let's do this one. And sorry, my AC came on. I did get a new mic, but then I recorded a video and it sounded horrible. So we're not using that mic, and we're going to use what we have. All right, so let's see. My butterfly is yellow. Let's see if I can find something to match it. That's yellow, but that's the wrong yellow. The lemons, I don't know, maybe we can just do a blue. It's kind of like yellow and orange. Why don't we just do the blue or green? Just looking to see if there's anything else that might be better. We could do that. All right, so let's do this one like I did the other one, and we'll just do a circle punch, but I want to check my circle punch to see, yeah, see how, this is my 1 3/4 inch one, but do you see how this is not going around the edge here and here? This is going to be too big. My other one is bigger, and this one I think is going to be too small, but let's see. Yeah, just slightly too small. Okay, so I guess we can't use the butterfly. What else do I have? I have some of these I did the other day. And bear with me. Give me 1 sec. I have all of these pages, not those. Oh, that one's pretty. I don't think I have a punch big enough for that. Let me see. So this is my 2 inch. We could get the majority of this, so why don't we use this one since it's here. Oh, I could also do this feather. Nope. Okay, we're gonna go with this flower. I have some other pieces here, but I think these are all just not gonna work either for the circle. Okay. All right, we'll get these off the desk. Oh, by the way, when I was doing the laminating, I was showing you guys the matte sheets. These are the clear, these are the matte. This is how the matte turns out, and I'm not a fan, me personally. But these are pieces I did with just pieces of, maybe one of these will work. No, I'm going with my original plan. All right, let's get this out of the way. We're going with this now. That means we need a different tag. Ooh, this one's nice. I'll use that one. Cut the bottom off of this. This is not cut very well at all, is it? I'm gonna leave it because the ink will show that. And then maybe we'll do, oh, actually I like that one better. Yeah, let's use that, and then I'll just put another one on the back. I'll just flip one over. Doesn't matter which one. Maybe we'll use this one. And these are all from, I think these tags are on my Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com. Everything's in the description box below, or to the side. I don't know what you're watching on. But if you go to my Ko-Fi, I have these tags, and in my shop I have the Wallpaper samples paper pack. It's a digital pack you can download and print at home, and then you can cut them out of that too. So if you're interested in these, you can get them there. I'm going to take my 2-inch punch, and I am just going to punch as evenly as I can. And actually this is going to be the other side, so Let's put them together. And let's try that. Yeah. That might be a problem. Shoot. I think there's not going to be a lot of room down here. Can I still make it work? I can. I can make that work. We're going to go with it. I'm just going to cut it off there, and then I'm just going to laminate it that way. Okay, so let me cut it since it's here. Not laminate it. Sew it. Listen to me. All right, so that'll work like that, and then I'll just have to sew a very thin line down there, which is fine. I can do that. I can do it. And then it's going to go like that. And yes, I'm covering this side because I want this side to show. So let me ink this. I'll ink it. I'm going to trim this off a little more on the sides, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've inked both sides. Okay. And then this is just going to go in here like so. And again, sorry for the glare. I can't really operate without that light, so. And it's just going to sit in there, and I think that's really pretty. So I'm just going to glue it in place. And we have to glue the tags together anyway, so you can use your glue stick if you want. I'm going to use my wet glue. I'm just going to kind of go around to get, maybe, to get that situated. And I'm going to sew it, so I don't need a tremendous amount of glue, right? So, whoop. And then just figure out where I want this. You don't want to move it around too much once it touches the glue, because then you're just going to have the glue in your window. And then I do have to go back, because I'm not going to sew around the circle, because I'm rubbish at sewing around circles. So I just want to make sure that that is held down like that. All right, and before I sew this, I think I might want to embellish it a little, since this will probably be the last one we do together. And I see I'm going to have to cut some more off there, sticking out. So, maybe like a label or something. Ooh. No. Isn't that gorgeous? I have this piece of music. Which way does it go? Gosh. No, that way. I could wrap that around, so we'll do this one. And we'll pile something else on it. Make it look all vintagey. And we'll kind of fold it. What did I say? Wait, I'm trying to read it. This is the top, okay. I'm just gonna kind of fold it wonky, like that. And then we'll find something else to wrap around it. And do a piece like that. Yep, that works. That would even fit a word nicely, so all good. Kind of like that, and that works fine on that side. So let me glue, let me see, do I have some lace maybe might go under here too? scissors. Those are my gluey scissors. Do something like that. I don't know, it just adds a little something. Right? Let's scrunch this up. You guys knew I was going there. There was no way that was gonna look like that on the page. Okay, so I'm gonna put this piece down first. Just kind of make it a little shaggy, huh? Yes. So we'll put her down there. These will glue over top of it, like that. I'm gonna have to ink on that side. So because I'm gluing onto lace, I'm using, this is my 3-in-1 or Fabrifix. I put it in this bottle, and it was working really well, but I left it open, as I often do. And I have to thin it out. I use acetone, but I don't know, that's, somebody said that and I started using it and I'm like, okay. All right, so that's gonna go there. And then this is the side I have to ink. And this one, and now I am gonna have to wait to sew this because of the glue, and this glue takes a little longer to dry, and I'm not gonna make you guys wait through that. It's fine, like that. I like that. All right, so we will just do a little of this, right? And then make it all blend, and then we'll find a fun word. This word box just gets bigger and bigger. Happy bundle. Oh, wait, kindness matters. I like that one. It does matter. Be kind to each other. I think most of you are. We have such a good, warm community. I love it. I love it, I love it. And speaking of that, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you like what's going on here. And if you're new here and you like this video, you might want to subscribe for more content like this and hit that bell so you know when I release a new video, right? You know the deal. We can, let's see, we'll put it in there and we'll put it a little wonky, because that's how I roll. A little extra glue there. Try not to get it on the front. Looking for my baby wipe. Okay. And then this one definitely needs a topper. I can just see by looking at it, right? Let's take them out. Looking for them all over the place. And let's see. Which do we want? Ooh, this one's pinky. This one's kind of pinkish. That one goes. Yes. And I'm gonna, since I have to wait for that glue to dry, let me just take this over to the machine. Actually, I'll just glue this on before I sew it. That's what I'll do. And then I can sew across it. Yeah, this will be the front. Okay, so let me do that. That air conditioner is loud. It's like the drain or something on it because it's central air and it just gurgles. So anyway, but sorry about that. Just part of the studio sound effects. No Roger tonight, at least not that I can hear. Oh yes, he is there. I'm sorry. I get ringing in my ear, so sometimes it's a little hard to hear. Okay, so that's that. And I think this one would actually be pretty with white. So I'm gonna give this a minute to dry. I'm gonna change out my thread, and then I'm gonna sew around this. I'm not gonna sew around the circle, but I will sew around this, and then I will be back to show you the final result. Okay, so we are all sewn up, and I sewed across the tag. You can see this is what I mean, how the back gets a little wonky sometimes. And that's why sometimes I'll put another piece around there, but it's okay. It is what it is. I do like to kind of go back over it because when you sew through paper, it pushes the white part, the middle part of the paper through, and you get those white tips. So I just like to kind of go in and kind of fix that up. But yeah, so that was fun for our Pinterest inspired make today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, like I said, give it a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot, and it helps other people find these fun makes. So I hope you'll go ahead and be inspired yourself to go make some fun tags for your journals using this method. So thank you very much to the original poster of this. It was so much fun, and you have inspired me. See more videos like this on the I Saw It on Pinterest playlist, which this is the first video, but there'll be more to come. And in the meantime, you can check out this video here. Have a great rest of your day or night. Bye.